early Sunday morning. I got up here at sunrise and just a beautiful day. Perfect overcast day, perfect for working. Nice and cool, and what a joy it is to be up here. And I was just thinking as I was pulling these logs up down to the landing, what hard work this is. And you'll probably not find harder work than clearing land, getting ready to build, but you never find better work than this either. You go home tired, satisfied. You can look back on what you've done and say, you know what, I really accomplished something today. You can see all of the brush you cleared, you can see all of the logs you've got stacked up, and it's just a satisfying thing. It's I've done jobs where you would work all day, and I remember I had a job in a factory right out of high school, and my job was to take a bushing and a pin and put them together and push two buttons, push the bushing and the pin together and put it in the basket. And you would do this about 10,000 times a day, and the next day, and the next day. And I just thought, I realized right there that that's where it wasn't where it was at for me. I needed to do something that I could create, something where I could accomplish something that really mattered, that made a difference, something I could be proud of, something extraordinary. And that's kind of what has led me to this project. I really feel like all of the jobs that I had growing up, that many of them I didn't care for, all the years of working construction, wearing rain gear, trudging around in the mud and trenches, and running equipment, and cold days, and frozen hands, and all those things. All of that, when I look back on it, I can't say I enjoyed it, but I enjoy the fact now that it brought me to this point. It prepared me, and it gave me the ability to have the skills to finally do this for myself and not for somebody else. And the satisfaction that I have from being up here, getting started on this project, and working the land and improving it, and getting these logs ready to build a cabin, and it's just, I've never experienced anything like it. It is a satisfaction and a pleasure. The pleasure is in the work, and the pleasure is in the accomplishment. So anyway, bring you up to speed with what's going on. I've been falling a lot of timber. I've been working a couple days. I didn't bring the camera along. I just been too busy. It's difficult to try to do it. I'll try to be a little more inclusive with what's going on. But I've got a landing down here. I'll take you down in a minute, and I'm using the cat and falling trees and dragging them up out of the canyon, limbing them and stacking them up at a big log deck down there. And once I get them all stacked up, I'll bring the excavator up and we'll sort through them and cut them to length. I think I've got the dimensions for the cabin figured out. Probably going to be around 16 by 24 with a 4-foot covered deck on one end. And I don't know anything about building log homes, just from what I've been reading up on books. So before I build our main home, I think I'd like to build the guest house or the cabin first to kind of cut my teeth on that. And that will basically be school for me. And then I can decide if it's something I want to do for the main house. But there's a lot of timber in here, and it's good stuff, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll take you down to the landing and show you the log deck. Wondering how steep of a grade I could back out of, and I guess I basically found it, and then some. I got the cat stuck down here in this hole. This is where I've been pushing my stumps off down in the canyon, getting rid of brush and stumps and logs and things that I don't want to use. And I got a winch on the back so I can hook onto a tree and winch myself back out, but I blew a hydraulic pressure line on the winch. And I've got to go yard that off and go have one made. So I'm going to start doing some wrenching and see if I can go find somebody to make a hose for me. Today we have a guest appearance by who's this guy?
Hey guys. Haas USMC here.
Haas USMC. It was kind enough. I told him I was going to take him out for lunch, but I gave him a shovel instead.
That's right.
So we've got the cat stuck here and kind of high centered on a big stump, so we're going to cut that out. We got the winch fixed, put the new hose on, and hopefully we can back it out of here. What do you think our chances are?
I think they're pretty good once we get these stumps cut up.
Yeah, alright, let's go for it.
All right.
That worked pretty good.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Yeah, that was a straining for a minute.
Yeah, it was.
I think that cable was has some slack in it. Was just tighten it up.
All right.
Yeah, that'd been in there for good without that winch. I won't go down there anymore.
It's kind of hard for you guys to tell, but this is really steep. It's pretty amazing what that machine can do.
In 1912, there was a major fire that went through this forest, and a lot of remnants from that fire are still here. And right here we have this snag, which is probably 75, 80 feet tall, 4 feet through at the base. We've nicknamed it the death snag because they're just so dangerous to cut down. You don't know what the inside, if it's rotten or if it's solid, and it just is something that I have been putting off, and we're going to try to get it down now. And the Haas here had a great idea. He's going to shoot it down with his 12.
Well, you want to give it a try?
Looks like we're going to have to do it the hard way.
Alright guys, here goes Cody. He's going to cut this sucker down and hopefully not be crushed at the same time. My job is to watch him get crushed and then try to save his life after.
Yeah. Whoa. It just doesn't get any more dangerous than that.